so that we will have this super awesome recording. And Shani girl, I think you have yourself muted on your end. I don't know, because you're not muted on my end.
Hey, I am muted.
Okay, perfect. You guys, so super happy to have Shani Sprague on tonight to give us some training. If you guys don't know her, you are a platinum manager almost, or platinum director, sorry, almost executive, right?
Yes. Last month I was 83,000. This month we're under that. So that's fine. July bites. So we're used to it.
That's right. That's right.
Go back to where they were last month, but next month we'll jam it out and we're definitely going to blast past executive. We got big goals.
Perfect. I love it. And you guys, so Shani is part of Colt CEO, Tasha's team, and she's one of Tasha's leaders. And I'm telling you guys, this girl, like, I love her because you guys know me, and it's like, I don't give a fuck what you say, you know, like that's what she is.
Swear. Tasha told me not to swear. Okay, cool. I just want to be on the same page because I do have a potty mouth.
Yeah, you know, and I'm married to a sailor. We try. I mean, we try. I try to clean it up sometimes, but it happens. And that's who I am. And I want you to be who you are. Don't feel like you got to tone it down for us. Be what you need to be. But you guys, I asked her if Heather couldn't coordinate with her last week in Newport Beach. But essentially, you know, Shani is duplicating like craziness and building managers and silvers and golds like left and right. And that's what we needs to do, right? This is about making managers. And so I wanted her to come on tonight and tell us what is, I don't know, that it's not a secret sauce, but what is it, her little method that she's got and what she trains her people. And that's what we need to hear. So girl, I'm going to let you take it away. Give it a takeaway.
Hold on. I got to tell this girl I'm going to give her ordering info in about 30 minutes. Because I'm jamming.
That's what we love.
I seriously told her, give me 30. She's fine. She's a high school friend. She'll hold tight. She's not going to lose weight any faster. She has to wait 30 minutes, right?
That's right.
So you want me to focus on how I get people to manager and how we duplicate fast, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I believe that people come in on how you, your first conversation with them and what you train them on. So I tell everybody, it is my goal in your first full 30 days to get you to manager. And I'm going to run your chats for you, and you're going to watch, and you're going to be a mouse, and you're going to contribute as needed when I ask you to add them to Sneak Peek, our private testimonial page, and tag them in posts that would resonate with them to build value into the kits, or when I'm ready to ask you to share your link and they're ready to order, and then once they order, you can have at it and just run with them. So I tell them to be a mouse and just be a fly on the wall and just, you know, learn as we go. That first full 30 days, let me get you to manager and above if we can, but we want to get you that first toe dip in the bonus pool. These are like, you know, key phrases I'm always using because people are like, toe dip in the bonus pool, that's cute, let's do it. So, you know, it's my goal the first full month to get them to manager. And then that second month, they should be prepared. If they're a decent leader, they should be prepared to start to run their own chats. But we have some verbiage from Art of the Chat that we use where it's asking the same initial questions, but that first paragraph is talking about, hey, you know what? I've added my girlfriend here, you know, Shani or whatever your name is. She's going to be on standby to help answer any questions as needed because I'm still learning as I go. She's done more detoxes than I have and has more experience. So if I have to reach out and, you know, ask her for some help, she's here to help us out. And then they just kind of take off with the chat and it builds their confidence. And then behind the scenes in their private success chat, I am working really hard to build their confidence up and brainstorm with them and make them really super strong leaders that second month. Okay, the first month they're learning, the second month I'm building leaders, right? That's my goal. And that second month, as they are running their own chats and I'm watching them and then coaching them behind the scenes in their private success chat, brainstorming with them, saying, here's one or two options. This is what I would do. What do you think is best based on your relationship with this person? You know, you should do this flow of the chat a little bit differently. Let's, you know, switch up the objection language and try this. We brainstorm and I get their feedback and I see where their mindset is at. And, you know, I want to hear people's opinions, because if they're going to challenge me, they're going to share, they're going to be strong leaders. If they agree with everything I say, they're not going to be strong leaders in the end, and they're going to need their hand held, and it's going to slow me down. And I want to surround myself with people that are going to challenge me and push me. Right. So that second month, we're building strong, confident leaders. And my second month is to help them get to silver. And by doing that, I'm telling them, we're going to focus on your 2 strongest people to try to get them to manager. If they get to manager and you get that extra $100 or that $1,000 inception volume, because we're working on Presence Club points, that second month I'm throwing in that Presence Club points, thing there. And they're like, what's this Presence Club points? I'm like, hey, I'm getting them trained so they duplicate, because I want them to train all of their people like this, so I don't have to dig down 2, 3, 4 levels deep and have to talk about Presence Club points, because everybody can do this. Even if you start 6 months or 5 months or 4 months before, if you focus on building managers and silver managers is at 10 points, right? Mm-hmm. We can bang out silver managers all day because people are following the system and it's working. So that second month, I am focused on pushing them to silver manager by getting 2 good quality business partners to manager. And I want them to keep duplicating that month after month, and I want them to duplicate that with how they train their people. So it just snowballs. And so that second month, we're focusing on silver manager. That third month, I want to be out of their chats altogether. When people come to them talking, when they're sharing their health and wellness journey, or they've added them to Sneak Peek and they private message them, I want them to have enough confidence that they can run that chat completely on their own, and randomly, if they need to share a screenshot or copy paste, this is how she answered the questions, or she, has this objection. Should I do this or this, or what do you think I should do? We'll talk about it in the success chat. But that third month, I am pushing them for gold manager. And that is my goal with every single decent quality manager that gets decent engagement. Some people, they got 300, 400, 500 friends with no engagement. It's hard to work with that. You do your best. But somebody with 1,000 or more friends, if they have decent engagement, this should not be that much of an issue. Mm-hmm. And
so let me ask you really quick. So what do you do with those people that have that low engagement? How do you help them come along where they need to be in the long run?
Well, right now we've been doing things that really eat up our time. And I'm a big fan of the 80-20 rule. 80% of my energy goes into people doing the right thing, 20% the people that kind of, they're cheerleaders, but they're not really providing, they're consuming and not really contributing. But I'm more extreme because I'm kind of hyper and I move seriously fast. So I'm like 95% and 5%, right? But, not everybody's like me. Do the 80-20, okay? So I'm not saying be like me. But here's the thing. Tash and I are working on a private Facebook training right now, because we keep having the same conversation over and over and over again. A lot of them my people come from Rodan and Fields, because I was a level 4 there, spinning my wheels, busting my butt. It was like pulling teeth. It took me 1.5 years to get there. And I was barely making $1,500 a month. Now I'm making well more than that a week. Right? So, and it only took me it took me 2 months to match my Rodan and Fields income here. That took me 18 months to build with Rodan and Fields. So Tasha kept asking me she's always asking me, where do you need me? What do we need help with? And I'm like, this is what's dragging me down. And right now, what is dragging me down the last few months is I'm having the same conversations over and over again with the people, how to clean up your Facebook page, how to brand yourself, how to not look like a walking infomercial. People need to go to your page and see who you are. They're scrolling 5, 10, 15 seconds max. They want to see, am I going to keep following this person? Am I going to accept their friend request? If they're not following you or accepting your friend request, it's lost eyeballs, it's lost engagement, it's lost money. You want them to see something that represents you that they can grasp onto. You're not looking to please everybody and get everybody to follow you. You're looking at your people. Law of attraction vibe. I'm funny. I'm down to earth. I'm abrasive. I'm in your face. I call a spade. I'm real. I'm kind of hippie-ish. That's my vibe. I own it. And I share myself and I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I attract some really kick-ass cool people that I vibe with. That's not right for everybody. I'm not trying to be vanilla ice cream, okay? I'm pistachio. I'm a little nutty, but I'm a creamy nut. People love me, and some people are not crazy about me, and that's cool. Please don't. I don't want everyone to be crazy about me because it's going to slow me down. I don't want to please everybody. So, I keep talking to Asha. We need to weed out people. They have to spend a solid hour really looking at their Facebook page, ditching those RF barf posts, I call them.
Oh, God, right?
Posts where they get 2 likes, or the only people liking the stuff are the people selling it themselves. We need to clean up their Facebook page. We need to figure out who you are. Like when you look at me, I'm all about cooking and transitioning from healthy to veganism, and kind of balancing vegetarian veganism. I got dogs and kids, and I went to school for interior design, so I'm colorful and artsy and I'm hippie. You get all of that when you look at my page. And those are the people I'm looking for, interesting people that, are kind of drawn to me for those reasons. I want colorful outside the box people. But if you're a technical person and, you're a nurse and you're kind of like a nerd with the science, facts and stuff, if you're sharing that stuff and you want more of those people around you to push you and grow from, that's what you need to be jamming on. I'm not saying don't be like me. I'm like, be you, but be authentic. And a lot of these people are just robots, copy paste robots.
Right.
And those are not my people. And so we're trying to do this training. I'm going to do a training for her tomorrow about branding and authenticity and attracting your tribe. And this is what we're trying to teach people. Be authentically you and not be a copy paste robot and not look like a walking infomercial. We don't want people to look at your page and they can tell what you're selling. We don't want them to think that you're using Facebook as a tool to sell. What you're doing is you're branding yourself and you are trying to, get people to follow you. It's not if you have 5,000 friends, what's the quality of friends that are following you and engaging on your posts, liking, commenting, following you? Because Facebook, algorithms are screwy. And if you don't get a lot of interest, they shoot that stuff down and nobody's going to see your stuff. And I always say more money equals more eyeball, or more eyeballs equal more money. Mm-hmm. So we need to get your engagement up. So we're always doing all kinds of engagement posts and, asking people opinions and what they think, and, share the fourth picture in your phone. And you just want to see these random people from high school from 25 years ago, if they're still following you or not, it gives you an idea of your engagement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's something that we've been talking about here a lot as a group. For sure is not unique out there at all. And once people start to do that and start to just come who they are, it makes a completely different situation. Someone decided to share their screen. Hi. Let me see if I can take that off.
I mean, I don't even see me, but that's fine. I don't care. I know what I look like. I'm just curious.
Okay, so talk to me about, I'm looking over my notes here, because I love the watch me your first month, second month, you do it, let me help you a little bit, and third month, own it. Because I don't know about you, I'm sure this is how it is, and this is what I tell my people too, is that if you run your chats by yourself, your prospects are going to be a lot more comfortable with that. Your prospects are a little bit uncomfortable when you bring somebody in that they don't know. And so I find that they're going to have better overall success once they become comfortable and just trying to do the chats themselves and letting me help them out with screenshots and things like that if needed. Or is that the same that you guys are finding on your end?
I think it's a mix of both. Like personally, Tasha, she used me as her guinea pig to develop Art of the Chat back in November because I was opening 30, 40 chats whenever I posted, which wasn't very often, but she'd have to clear a whole day and she'd be frustrated, whatever. And I think it was about 3 weeks and I started running my own chats just because I felt like I was overloading her, or I knew she had other people to help. And I just had that confidence just to take off and run and start going to my success chats and sharing. So it kind of became my pseudo formula for if somebody's super strong in their first month, they should be able to take off and do this. I've had people in 2 weeks going, I want to run my own chats. I'm like, cool, girl, peace out. Share, if you've got that, those gonads, do it because I love it. I'm like, you've got those big balls, run. So I think it depends on the person. I've had people for 3 months I've run their chats because they don't feel confident talking about the products. And those people are stuck at manager. But I love them. And it's hard for me. I get a little stuck because I have a soft spot in my heart for some of these people that have been with me since the beginning, but they're not growing, but you can't help everybody. I mean, I've given away so many business partners, and they can barely get under manager. They can't duplicate. I've learned a lot of lessons. Yes, I could have, had bigger team volume if I kept some of these people to myself. But, at the end of the day, I love my people. I'm trying to bring as many people as I can with me on these trips and get these promotions. So I mean, I might not be the best person to ask because I'm not that stubborn in my business tactics. It's more of an energy flow for me. Does that make sense?
It totally does. I mean, it totally does. And I don't think that, for me personally, has been a little bit where I have really been stuck at is that I have people that do know, have the abilities to be able to, I feel have the abilities to be able to run their own chats, but don't have the confidence to do it.
You got to push them out of the nest, girl. That's what I've been learning. Sometimes, like, I one day I tested two people that were with me from the beginning, Lisa and Heidi. I love them both dearly. They're so very different. I gave them the same message. It was like a short little 3-sentence message like, hey girl, I love you, but you know what? I feel like it's time for you to run your own chats, and I'll be here and share screenshots, copy paste as you need in your success chats, and I'll help you out, behind the scenes. Lisa was excited. She's like, cool, thanks girl. Peace out. She ran, right? Mind you, she's like a 5,000 leg for me and has been with me since November. She hasn't grown. She doesn't inspire leaders to join her. And then here's Heidi, who's like a $15,000 leg for me, been with me from the beginning. She's gotten lucky with the runner 4 levels down from her, but she herself isn't inspiring people to join her. But she private messaged me outside of her success chat because she didn't want Tasha and Shay to see what was going on. She goes, are you mad at me because I took last weekend off and went to my daughter's cheerleading competition? And I'm like, no, why would you say that? And she goes, why would you tell me you don't want to be part of my chats anymore? Complete opposite confidence level.
Gotcha.
And I promise you, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying this is eating up a lot of my time. I have done, 50 or more chats for you. You know what you're doing. It's time for you to go and build your own leaders. Some people are cheerleaders and some people are leaders. And that's what I've learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even Lisa is a leader at $5,000 or $6,000 and Heidi might have a $15,000 team. I will trust Lisa in her opinions and her thought process any day because she's a leader. So I can go to her and go, this is what's happening. What do you think? What's your feeling? What's your opinion on this? I can bounce ideas off her all day and I have faith in her. And, I keep going back to that. I love Heidi too, equally, just a different way. She's a great cheerleader, but she's not a strong leader.
Yeah. Tina has a question for you. What does your daily schedule look like? Do you have a daily schedule?
Oh God, you're going to hate me. I'm such a hippie and I have such bad ADD. I am just all balls out 100% of the time. Okay. I have people on my team that want to know, how do you stay organized? I don't. I have at least 1,000 or more of my personal chats open, over 1,000 for teammates chats open. I have about 100 directs. There's over 600 people on my team, and this has happened in 7 months. There's no freaking way I'm organized, okay? My husband goes to work at 5:36 in the morning. I start working and jamming out chats. My little boy's up 7:38. I get up and do the mommy thing, and in between play dates and playground and showers and pool, I am just jamming chats all day. I have no schedule. I don't, I'm lucky if I have no schedule. I suck. That is a horrible question for me. I'm just being honest. I just make it work. My why is so freaking huge. I have no choice. So I work 24/7, holidays, weekends, nights, but this doesn't feel like work to me because I love helping people. I love helping them get healthy, but I love even more helping them take control of their financial future. So to me, if somebody is messaging me at 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night, and I want to watch TV with my husband, I'm going to message them back because they're working, they're making money, they're trying, they're hustling. I appreciate that. So my schedule is horrible. I'm the worst person to ask about that. But I'm running fast, wild, and free into, the future. So it must be working, but it works for me, but it doesn't work for Harding. If you're a banker, it's never going to work for you. So,
well, you got to find your personality in it and what works for you. By all means, I would love to be able to stay to a daily schedule, but that's not the reality of my life.
What I do is, what works for me is I block out time for myself, an hour here and there. I stopped telling my team this a couple months ago. Tasha, Rick noticed it as well as me. If I told my team I was taking a few days off to go to like Sundance or, to do something with my husband or go out to dinner for a few hours, it's like the whole entire energy of my team chilled. Oh, Shani's taking a break. We're all taking a break. Mm-hmm. And he said, like, Rick noticed it with the numbers because he's a numbers guy. I'm not a numbers person. I run on energy and hugs and love and crap because I'm a hippie, So they noticed when I take a break, my whole team suffers. I push that energy. I drive that volume. Me being in my team chat and me digging deep in my chats and saying, what are you doing today? How can I help? Where do you need me? It keeps people on their toes. And, at first it's just kind of high maintenance hyper, but it obviously freaking works because I'm getting a lot of production out of like 4, 5, 6 levels deep, and it's team volume. In the end, it's freaking team volume. And that's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I set aside an hour or two here and there for myself. Like I am doing yoga or I'm going out to dinner, but I don't tell people what I'm doing. I just go MIA. And then but then I feel like my brain's refreshed and I have this energy built back up. And then I might be 30 chats deep and I just start scrolling like, where's my directs? Where's my runners? Where's my people going through detox and I'm helping? I help them first. And then I start helping my second string of people, my third string of people that pop in once or twice a month to sell a random kit. I prioritize like who's doing the right thing. I give them my energy and focus first. So I've learned to kind of tweak where I put my energy. Does that make sense?
No, totally makes a ton of sense. Without a doubt. Tina, Heather, you guys have questions? Can you unmute yourself, Heather?
Yep, trying to. So, Shani, hey girl, thanks for being on this this training for us. We appreciate you. So, Shani, give your brief story real quickly because there's a lot of people that don't know you. There's a lot of people that don't know the success that you've had just here shortly. So give your brief story real quickly. And then I want to go back to something that you said with your runners, because this is something that I feel a lot of people get in their own head about. But give your brief story, how quickly it took you to get here. I know you said like 18 months you were working hard with Rodan and Phil's just to earn $1,500 a month. And you said, I think by month 2, you were making about $1,500, which is
$3,000 my second month. I was like, peace out with RF after that.
Perfect.
And I got Sundance my second month. So, okay, yeah. So my brief story. So I saw Tasha. I knew her from RF. We were friends from RF, but I didn't really interact with her. And then she started, she sold her business like in December 2015. And she started this outside the box training for all direct selling people in the early winter of 2016. And that's when who's this girl? I want to be connected to her. So I started paying attention and I had a lot of sideline partners from RF that were outside the box thinkers. So I noticed, some kind of funky trend there and I wanted to be a part of it. And in May, she did her, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds in 8 days and my pants are too big kind of video, right? And I'm like, what's this crazy girl talking about losing 10 pounds in 8 days? So I reached out to her and she shares all of this information and barfed all over me, like totally like my eyes glossed over with all of this freaking long message. I saw $525. I was like, peace out. Seriously. I freaked out when I saw the price tag. And I remember I was in Chicago with my husband. We're eating pizza and beer. I'm like, this chick trying to sell me some diet shit for $500. Not doing it. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I was sticker shock. I'm like, I'm going to work out, eat less, eat healthy, drink less. Yeah, I did that for 4 months. She added me to Sneak Peek. I didn't even know she did it. It was, sneaky, So she added me to Sneak Peek, dripped on me for 4 months. I'm losing 2 pounds a month, right? Now it's over 160 pounds. I'm 5'9". I'm, Tina, you're taller than me. You know how it rolls, right? So here I am at 162, 163 pounds, 5'9", pissed off because I'm like pushing 40. I'm like, what's going on with my thyroid? Doctors say, nothing's wrong with your thyroid. Welcome to 40. And I was like, oh, hell no. I was not going to accept that because, I used to be like hot, when I was younger. Now all of a sudden in my late 30s, I am not so hot and I'm like a freaking marshmallow, right? So 4 months of these Sneak Peek testimonials dripping on me. All of a sudden I was like, damn it. She's got me. So I messaged her back out of the blue. I didn't even know what the difference was, the Ignite Kit and the UTK and what they were called. I go, send me that damn blue box you keep talking about. Here's my credit card information. I didn't know hardly anything. I had never done a diet, a shake, nothing, right? So she gets my credit card information. This is a funny story. You guys are going to laugh. She looks at my engagement. She goes, this girl gets a lot of engagement. And I'm telling her I need to lose all this weight before I go to my RF convention because I'm level 4, yada, yada. I got my ribbons and stuff, because we're all about there. And they give you special ribbons and colors and stuff on your little name tags, right? And I didn't know what to expect, but I wanted to be like everyone else because I was in this Mean Girls Club. I didn't even know it was a Mean Girls Club at the time. So, yeah, so I'm like, I need to be hot. My skinny jeans are too tight. So I go, rush that stuff to me. And she goes, should I pay? And they had all of these free UTKs from doing some kind of promotion a few months before. And she was telling Rick, she drove around all morning all over Seattle one day. And it was like $100 to rush a UTK to me overnight. And she goes to Rick, she goes, is this girl worth $100? Should I overnight a UTK from us and just keep because she sent me to a landing page. I didn't even order through the website. She ordered for me, right? Because she's crafty like that, She sent me to a damn landing page. I didn't even know it. She was going to send me a UTK from her own stash and overnight for $100. And she said, no, if she wants this business, she'll do it. right? And that's the middle of September of last year. So I had to wait like everyone else 4 or 5 days to get my stuff. I didn't get my stuff overnighted. I didn't pay it overnight. She didn't overnight me that stuff because she didn't think I was worth it. That's awesome, right? So she says this thing to me. She had no idea. I had zero intentions of working the business because I was drinking the RF Kool-Aid. I'm level 4. I'm hitting level 5 by the end of the year. I'm gonna get Premier. Yeah, I'm gonna get these stupid trips. I'd never won anything for like 18, 20 months, busting my butt. $1,300 to $1,600. I think 1 month I made $2,000. There's all these extra bonuses. That was stupid. I just had to sign up my mom, okay, to get that. So I don't even own that. That was shameful. But no ghost accounts here, love that. So I, being the voyeur I am, I had done this. Bob Heilig.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Academy. So I started watching him. I don't know, when he first started, it was like November, almost 2 years ago. And, he's all do a video every single day or every week or whatever it was. So I'm looking for new content. So guess what I choose to do my new content on? I'm going to show people about this detox I'm doing, all these stupid supplements I'm taking, and look at all the green stuff in my fridge. And I'm going to weigh myself and measure myself on Facebook Live. And I'm going to hold myself accountable. Total freaking fluke, right? I just need a new material. Because how often can I talk about my kids, So I weighed myself over 160 pounds, took all my measurements, thighs, boobs. I'm like, they're fake. They're not going to shrink. It's going to be the same measurement. Don't expect anything going on here. So I did all of this, right? And wrote it down. And I said, I heard somewhere, if you tell a friend, you're more likely to reach your goal. And if you write it down, yada, yada. But I'm telling 3,000 of my friends, so this crap better work. And Tasha went to Holly and Shane upline. She goes, oh shit, this girl can make us or break us. Did you see she got 1,500 views on this stuff? So then 8 days later, I did it again. And I lost 10.5 pounds and over 10 inches. I wrote it down and I'm like, holy crap, this stuff works. And my phone blew up, like 20 some messages. What is this stuff? Where do you get it? What's it called? And I blew them all off because I'm drinking the RF Kool-Aid. I just wanted to get cute in my skinny jeans because the buttons were coming apart and the zipper. My mom told me I looked horrible, like a stuffed marshmallow, in my skinny pants, right? So I go to RF convention, saw the dark side, got jaded. I came home like, what do? I don't want to do this stuff anymore. It took me a month to come around and do Singular, okay? A whole, 5 weeks. And I messaged Tasha. I'm like, all right, I just came back from an RF event. I'm done with the Mean Girls Club. I'm either going back to interior design, but I got these 20-some people out here lingering, wanting information. I know you told me I had a link. I had no idea what you're talking about. What do I do now? She goes, your business isn't going anywhere. Put that stuff on autopilot for 30 days. Let's just see where it goes. And I'm like, all right, she's right. I'll do it. So I put my RF business on autopilot for the first, 30 days, reached back out to those 20 people. I did a random post sitting on the couch with my dude watching TV one night and talked about a thigh gap. I had a bit of a thigh gap, and I'm like, holy crap, I haven't seen a thigh gap like this. I was balancing my gin drink in between my thighs going, wow, I haven't seen that in a while. And I got 30 freaking chats open from that. And it was around Halloween time, and I was traveling. It was my little boy's birthday. And Tash just took over and ran with these chats. I had $4,000 in sales my first month. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm like, all right, RF is on autopilot again for another 30 days in December. And then I had $16,000 in sales in December, my second full month of doing this. And I got Sundance. And I was like, it's on Donkey Kong now, So peace out, RF. Never touched an account again. Told all my people, manage your own accounts. Ran with this, never looked back. And, I'm jamming. So that's how.
Shani, I absolutely love you. And you've just highlighted on two things. First of all, everyone on this webinar, first of all, you have to know how to stand out in a crowd. And Shani is always super incredible about making different hashtags to tell her story and to get her team involved. I know you did what was it? The back in my pants or something.
Oh, yeah. I got this idea from somebody. I get really inspired by people. And I saw something funny, a sneak peek about Blue Box makes your pants fall down. I'm like, ooh, hashtag. We have a halfway bitch chat for the ones that are kind of, gritty. That's my real authentic people, right? And they're not even all on my team. They're on Tasha once in a while messages me and she goes, you got to add so-and-so to halfway bitches. We just talk about some raunchy, cool, real stuff, but you got to handle the colorful language. So I ran this idea by them hey, what if we all did a post together this, next few days, and get a big pair of pants that no longer fit you because you lost all this weight, and pull it out and be like, blue box makes your pants fall down, like a hashtag, and or makes your pants fall off. I can't remember what it was, but 20 some people on my team did that. And not only did we do it, I saw all these other Singular people start to do it. So we inspired all these other people to do it, like you guys saw it, you know? And go ahead and do it. It's not, I don't own the hashtag. I just got the idea, so run with it. My creative property, once I put it out into the world, it's yours. Go.
That's so amazing. And that's what I want to tell you guys is stand out in the crowd, you know, brand yourself just like Shani said on your Facebook wall. Be different, be unique. And that's something that we've been preaching now for about 1.5 years. Just be you. Second, learn how to tell a story like Shani. I don't know how long that story was, but most of the times I'm like, okay, trying to scroll through. I'm checking Facebook when someone's telling a story. And you know, with Shani, you're hanging on every word that she has to say. So that's number 2. But the other part, Shani, that I want to come back and talk to you about, every single person, I know you were a pivotal part in making the 24-hour duplication. And so many people get in their own head with this person's not going to do this and this person is going to do this. You treat every single person, every sign up that you have directly to you, and do you teach your team to make them just do 24-hour duplication? Is that something that you guys coach right out of the gate?
Yes, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to have some colorful language here, and you're going to love it. But I say, bring me into that chat and let me flip that bitch, okay? Because I love flipping bitches. From member to distributor, that's what I'm talking about. But I have this thing about flipping people, and I think half the people in our downline are distributors. And, you know, they come into that, they add me to the chat. It happened twice today, and I flipped one, I didn't flip the other, but it's about half, I'm about 50%. And they add me to the chat, and I introduce myself. What's your weight loss goals? I get to know real quick, back and forth, you know, build some kind of, oh, you're from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. We just, you know, get a little chat going. And I'm like, hey, we helping you earn your kit money back, you know, through our generous referral program. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, I'm like, hey, we got this simple 3-step formula. I just run through the art of the chat stuff. You know, you're going to open a chat with Lee or whoever it is, you know, that added me to the chat. And we do it every day for our friends. It's super fun helping our friends get, you know, skinny and healthy in the kitchen. And we help you earn some extra money. If you're still having fun, we can really make some money and earn you some free trips. You know, you want to make, you know, want to earn your kit money back? Let's have a race and see if we can do it by, you know, before the time you finish your detox. And I make it like a game, like it's fun, like it's casual. I always tell people this is not a business. This is not a side gig. This is not a job. These are dirty words. People don't have time for that. You know, we're having fun with our friends. We're making some extra money. We're earning our kit money back. Friends are helping each other. We're doing cute little goofy gifts. I remember the first month I was doing this in Tasha. She's 5-6 years older than me, and she's adding these silly little gifts. I'm like, this is a professional woman. Why is she adding these stupid ass gifts to my freaking chats, right? And I didn't understand, but her grand scheme of thing was keep it casual, keep it fun, keep it light. This is not a job. This is fun. You know, even those people I've never met, I'm helping them, and we're building a bond, and we're cracking jokes. And if they don't think it's funny and fun, they're not our people. And they would suck at this job anyway, you know? So we're kind of weeding out those lame people, and the fun ones that have the good energy, that have the great engagement, they're biting and they're running. And they're like, okay, cool, let's get our kit money back. And sometimes they didn't get their distributor link right away. And we just start opening chats anyway. And then when they're about to get a sale, we're like, okay, cool, we got to go upgrade now, 35 more bucks. Here's how you do it. You know, and they're like, okay. I mean, we like had like one person out of 100 give us a hard time about upgrading. Everyone else is like, they get it. I want to get paid. I got to upgrade. 35 bucks. Let's do it.
That's awesome. I want to open it up. Tina, do you have any other questions for Shani? Anyone else have any other questions for Shani? Andrea?
I just laughing. I love it. I just love it. You know.
Can you see me? I don't even know if I'm on.
No, I don't see your face, just your name, but that's okay. Because
you would be laughing even harder because I'm drinking wine the whole time. Okay.
You know, that's
out my porch. You would love it.
That's what I love. I mean, that's what I love, and it's that, you know, I think it's, you know, something that has resonated through this whole thing, and you know, kind of like I was chatting before people got on here, is that be yourself, be who you are, and attract those people to you. And just like you said, you know, like, well, those people aren't for me then, right? You know, like, I'm not trying to connect with every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. I want to be with those people that get me and want to be with me, you know, and so, you know, you need to think about that too, folks, is that, you know, I mean, once you start to figure out, you know, not start to, but maybe you need to start to, I don't know, figure out who you are and what you want to be and how you want to represent yourself. Those are the people that you're going to pull to you. And I think that's exciting. I struggle with the 24-hour duplication. I really, really do. But I think you just said something really big that wasn't big, it was small, but that we're not, when that mentor comes into the chat, I haven't been great about this, is building that small little relationship before I drop the art of the chat language in. You know, and that was what you just said, you know, kind of that, which it's what we do with everything else. But here I am, I come in and on this person, you know, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Are we trying to get your money back yet on this kit? And they're like, crickets. Who is this lady trying to sell something to me or make me sell stuff? Instead of, you know, totally treating them again as a human being and like, hey, what are your goals? What are we doing? Oh, that's cool. Great. Awesome. Woo. Yay. You know, like you said, making it fun. And that's something I'm not doing. So I could change that up for sure. Tina girl, anything girl?
I'm just girl crushing so much that I'm speechless.
You're tall and so beautiful. And I saw you last weekend going, damn, that's a sexy bitch. I told that to my husband and you're girl crushing at me.
Why didn't we have, you know, some time together? I'm hating myself.
Girl, I like to have good time.
Wow, I am just so overwhelmed with information. Like, seriously, I am the one who feels like I have to have a schedule, you know, to follow, block this, block that, you know, you finish this 45 minutes, take a 10-minute break, then you go into the next 45 minutes.
That would drive me nuts, girl.
Well, it's structured and it's somewhat maddening because life happens and I can't stick to it. So I think, you know, I appreciate the freedom there to just kind of do this as we can. I love that. And I love the idea that you said that we were to take breaks. I'm not really good about doing that. And so I definitely will implement that. But just thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Wow.
No worries.
I'm still speechless.
You know, like, I feel like, you know, when it's just me building with, you know, my directs, it's easier to schedule stuff. But when you're like, I'm 6 levels deep now, and I've been doing this 7 months, 8 months. When you're, I'm not even 8 levels deep, but I'm just saying, like, these people are on their own schedule. They are all over the world at this point, you know? There's no way I can keep up with people. I know Lisa's going to start jamming chats at 4:30 a.m. I leave my phone in the bathroom at night to charge because I know Lisa on my team is going to wake up in Boston and start, because she gets up early for work. I'm learning people's schedule. So I have to walk away from my phone if I want to give undivided attention to my son or do yoga or have a dinner with my husband. I put the phone in a different room because even though it's on vibrate, I have to walk away. I can't hear it vibrating because it drives me nuts. Like, people need me. I got to be here, you know, and I'm always wanting to help people. So I just feel like if I leave my phone somewhere for 2 or 3 hours or an hour, whatever I need, it gives me that time to refuel and to get my mind clear and to, you know, it's called sharpening the saw, you know, like that 7 highly effective, you know, habits of successful people or whatever it is. You got to sharpen your saw. And so if I got to sharpen my saw by having dinner with my dude, doing some yoga, doing something with my kid, you know, getting some laundry done, I come back and I'm stronger than I was the hour before, you know? So give yourself permission to take some time off for yourself and then come back and start jamming hard and strong and focus your time and energy on the people that are doing the right things, that are building the fastest, listening. You know, those people that just randomly pop in here and there to sell a kit, need your attention, I sometimes don't respond to people for 24 hours till the next day because I'm like, where have you been this whole past month? You know, and this person is jamming out 30 chats a day. I'm in your chats. Okay. You get my attention. You know, I'm that 95% instead of 80-20. I'm extreme, but I mean, it works for me. It's growing super fast. And, you know, I got big goals. September, I'm hitting that mentorship trip, 150,000, because I am going with the 10 people on my team that have hit the freaking Sundance trip because I want to be the mentor when they're training. I want to be with my people. So my goals, I take their goals at the beginning of every month. I make people accountable for their goals. What's your goals? And if you're new, it's better be manager. And if you've been with me your second full month, it better be silver manager. Okay. So I make everybody accountable for their goals at the beginning of the month on my team page. And if you hit that goal, I send you a present. It might be some zing. It might be, you know, some trim sticks, whatever. But if you hit that goal and you're accountable for it, you're getting a freaking surprise from me. I'm pretty slow to the post office. You might get it a month late, but you're going to get it. All right. But if I take their goals and I add up all of their goals, I get my goal. And I'm like, all right, there's 90,000. If I can get 10,000 somewhere else and get a new couple runners and get some new sales myself, I can hit 100,000 this month. So I take all of their goals, I add it up, and I get my big goal. Does that make sense? So
Yes,
if I help my people hit their goals, I'm going to max out my goal.
Yeah,
and it's been working. I love it because I like when we talk about putting people before profits, that to me is perfect, because if that girl wants to get to Sundance, or that girl wants to get to director, or that girl just wants to hit manager, she's new. I feel like by putting all their goals first, I am going to reach my goal, and I will get in the universe what I give out, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I have one more question, and then I won't bug you for any more for this time. How do you talk to us about how you feel about putting people into Sneak Peek? Do you put everybody into Sneak Peek? When do you put people into your testimonial page? Of course, ours is Becoming You, but when do you decide to do that?
Do you guys have Sneak Peek, or do you guys do something different?
Becoming You is ours.
Oh, okay. So it's the same philosophy, it's just a different page, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a couple of different theories here, all right? Once in a while, you get a unicorn with amazing engagement, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 friends. They're getting 50 likes, comments on their health and wellness posts. I don't believe somebody like that needs to dump their entire friend list into Sneak Peek, okay? So if somebody comes along that's kind of similar to me, that gets really amazing engagement on their posts, I only add people to Sneak Peek if they just simply like my post but don't comment. This is what I do. I add them to Sneak Peek. I follow up with a message saying, hey, thanks for supporting my health and wellness journey. I really appreciate it. By the way, I added you to this testimonial group where I learned a lot about these products before I took the plunge last fall. And just in case you could benefit from, these products, or know somebody that could, I added you to it. Feel free to shoot me back some questions. And if at any time you don't want to follow the page, leave it. No worries. I'll still love you. And, I have thrown a funny little emoji, right? They supported my thing. They liked it. They didn't have the balls to say something. They didn't ask for info, but I gave them a heads up that I added them because I think that's respectful. And I can copy and paste and do that 10 times when I'm getting 50 likes on something, right? The people that comment wanting more info, of course I'm pulling them, not doing a chat anymore. Tash, I haven't done that since like last November, but I run my own chats. I start running through the initial questions and thanks for supporting my health and wellness post. It's a company called Zingular, how much weight you want to lose. And I start running through all the questions, right? If they say I want more information, So for me personally, when you get someone with a lot of engagement, I say don't dump your friends in there. But if you got someone with 500,000 friends, they're getting like 10 likes and, not a whole lot of engagement or comments on their posts, you have to be more aggressive and kind of dump your friend list in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to work with what you have. And they don't have the kind of engagement somebody like I have. It took me a couple years to build that with Word and Fields. I worked hard. I'm all about building relationships. Not everybody's like me, So you've got to work with what they have. And if they don't have a huge following, yes, dump your freaking friend list in there. But I'm a big fan of following up with these messages giving them a heads up that you dump them in there. Because when people put me in Lip Sense and La La Rue, I leave immediately. Because I'm like, I don't want your freaking leggings and lip stuff, okay? I'm going to leave. I don't know who you are, But if you follow up with a respectful message, I'm like, shit, that girl's got some gonads, all right? That girl's trying to build a business. I respect that. All right, I might hang around for a while and see where this goes, I don't know. I have a little bit different opinion than Tasha has right there. I think it's a personal preference. Does that help answer your question? Oh, and also I tell my people, I personally post once a day in Sneak Peek and Men's Health and Wellness. And I have like other team pages that I'm in their testimonials. So I'm always looking for fresh material because I'm doing that because a lot of people don't have a brain of their own and they're not outside the box thinkers. And they don't have a big team or whatever. They're just recycling the same shit over and over again. And people aren't stupid. I had this conversation with a girl, and I'm very transparent. A girl the other day on Thursday, she goes, I keep seeing the same testimonials over and over again. And she goes, that girl's not a size 8. I mean, she was like making some comment. I go, well, maybe her hips are wider and she's standing on the side. I made some kind of funny comment. And she goes, well, they must be really wide. And she goes, I keep seeing the same testimonials over and over again. And I go, you know what? The reason I shared this testimonial is because I have a lot of friends my age nursing and having babies. And this girl's talking about the same thing, you know, baby weight struggles. So I shared this because I knew it would resonate with my people. 5 minutes later, she messages me, and this is a level 4 or 5 below me. She messages, okay, I'm ready to start with the blue box. I was transparent. I didn't hide behind the scenes what she was asking of me. I didn't delete her comment or remove her from the page. I owned it. She's authentically questioning, and most people won't question you. They'll just think it. You know what I'm saying? This girl had the balls to say it. I keep seeing the same posts over and over and over again on this testimonial page. Why? And I says, because a lot of my people are having babies. This is why I shared this post again. And I thought this would resonate with them, you know, and it made sense to her. And then 3 months later, this started in April. 3 months later, she's ready to buy the blue box.
That's awesome. People follow who they trust.
But she trusted what I said. And this girl, Marissa, I don't even deal with her, but I thought that was so funny. And I use that when real-time examples happen. I take screenshots or copy-paste stuff, and I throw it in my team chat all the time. And I go, this is why you stay consistent and sneak peek, and this is why you stay on top of it. Because it took me 4 months to come back to Tasha. And I tell people, wouldn't you love to have a Shani on your team in 4 months from now? Stay consistent. Keep posting a sneak peek 3 to 4 times a week. I do it every day just to give my people fresh material. You know, it's not about me. It's about helping them have fresh material, you know? So I'm going to other, you know, testimonial pages. I don't recycle the same stuff in there. I add new fresh things because I'm trying to give them fresh material so it doesn't look so mundane and recycled. You know what I'm saying?
I was muted totally. I love it. I mean, I think that we've really tried to really encourage people to really get into our Becoming You page and really use it, and, you know, comment on, pull things back up and drop other stuff in there. And like you said, and I love that approach of, I love it when people are questioning things in our testimonial page, because it means they're really paying attention. And yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I like that approach. I love, you know, like pulling it head on, and, you know, hey, I mean, everybody's a skeptic out there. When you've got somebody that's like, hey, what the hell is this? And you're like, hey, this is what it is. We don't have anything to hide. Then everybody else that was a skeptic is like, hey, wait, I want to know what the hell it is you're talking about too, right? Because I was questioning it also. So I think that's great. That is good stuff. Heather girl, you got anything?
I just want to say thank you again, Shani. You are so awesome and so willing to help out anyone. I know when Tasha unveiled, you know, the Art of the Chat in Newport, there's been so many people that's had so many questions about it. And at roundtable discussions, you're like, well, you can come to me anytime to ask me questions about Art of the Chat, because I was the guinea pig. So I appreciate your willingness to share with everyone on our webinar and our team chat. We can't wait to celebrate you hitting executive. We love you to the moon, and I hope Tasha gets our retreat details handed out, because I can't wait to hang out with you until next time.
Oh, we're going to get together? That's super cool.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked about at Newport. So yeah.
That's awesome. So excited.
Me too. So
Great.
I again just want to say thank you, and we love you. And if anyone else has any questions, add Shani, and she will get to you, of course, when she can. But thank you for always being willing.
Thanks a bunch, Shani. I will drop you the YouTube link to this recording in case you want to share it with some of your peeps too.
That's super cool. Thanks, girl. Hey,
right.
do you guys mind adding me to your testimonial page so I can get some fresh material?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks for an hour of your time, sweetheart. It was great.
I've been drinking wine the whole time, and you guys are adorable. I love you all.
Lovely. Bye.
Cheers.